Today on DC News Now, 2 people dead after a crash in DC. We're live in Southeast on what led up to the crash.
We're squeezing out one more comfortable day. We'll let you know how hot and humid it is going to get for your Wednesday.
I feel like I'm actually going out of business pretty soon.
And why business owners in Silver Spring say the red line closures are causing problems.
And a fire at a playground ruled arson, what the loss means for the community.
Plus, Virginia College igniting innovation in tech. Their plans at a hub in Nova to spark curiosity for students.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday for DC News Now at 4. I'm Tosin Fakile.
And I'm Marielle Carbone. Developing right now in the district, 2 people are dead after a car chase that crossed state lines and ended in Southeast. Police responded to the scene on Southern Avenue and 41st Street this afternoon.
And that's where we find DC News Now's Kevon Dupree live on the scene. And Kevon, you just heard from officials moments ago. What did they have to say?
Hey guys, it's still a very active scene here along Southern Avenue in Southeast, where police say a car hit a tree, which resulted in 2 people being killed. Now, officials say the chase earlier today involved a white BMW, and they say they were pursuing the vehicle because they believe it to be linked to multiple robberies in D.C. and several other counties in Maryland as well. Once again, 2 people died and a third was transported to the hospital as a result of the crash earlier today. D.C. police, Anne Arundel police, and the Park police are all here on the scene now, continuing their investigation. Earlier, I heard from someone who witnessed the deadly crash as he and his brother were walking to a nearby convenience store.
I'm gonna say 120, maybe 115 flying. Went on the other side of the road, came back swerving, wrapped around the tree. One side of the car was on the other side, the other car was on the other side. One passenger was under the car sitting on fire. He was dead on the scene. The other one was, it was another person. He was sitting in the middle of the street on fire. The third victim, he got up and started running down the street before the cops tackled him and put him in handcuffs.
And we will bring you the latest information from this deadly crash scene as we learn more, both on air and online at dcnewsnow.com. Reporting live in Southeast, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
Kevon, thank you. In Virginia, 2 teens are under arrest in connection to a shooting that left a teenager dead and another injured. Fairfax County police say it happened Friday night on Wadsworth Court in Annandale. Now, the 2 teens arrested. A 15-year-old is charged with second-degree murder and firearm charges. The second teen, a 16-year-old, is also facing charges. The victims are a 16-year-old boy and a 14-year-old boy. Both were taken to the hospital where that 14-year-old died. The 16-year-old is recovering. Police say the victims were walking when a car pulled up and someone started shooting. They do believe this was targeted.
An update this afternoon. Officials have identified the body of a man found dead in the water at the wharf last month as 31-year-old Isaac Mugwanya. That's what police have identified him as. D.C. police received a call about a body in the water on June 21st. The cause of that death is still under investigation. We'll bring you more as we learn about this developing story. And 2 people are dead and a young child still in the hospital after flames broke out at a Largo apartment complex early this morning.
Yeah, this is a story we've been following all day on DC News Now. The fire, it started just before 4 a.m. at the Northampton apartment homes along Harry Truman Drive. DC News Now's Dave Laval has spent most of the day at the scene, and he joins us now with the latest information. Dave, any word yet on what started this fire?
Well, hello there, Marielle and Tosin. Still no word on what sparked this blaze. That, as you can see behind me, crews continue to remove the debris and clean up as investigators are still trying to find out what sparked this fire.
This is terrible.
Marilyn Blackwell fought back tears as she recalled the man killed in Monday's fire at Largo's Northampton apartment homes. She considered him family.
Such a lovable guy, always hugging, like a jokester of the family, laughing, talking, giving you good advice.
The man and a woman, described by Blackwell and others as his girlfriend, died in the fire. It happened on the top floor where they live shortly before 4 o'clock in the morning. The woman's young son survived. The last report had him listed in critical but stable condition at Children's Hospital. The family dog also survived.
Everybody's good. Everybody's good.
Brandon Corley lives on the ground floor.
I wake up, I start to look around. I'm like, hey, the sky looks a little bit orange. So then I peek out of my balcony and I just see flames just engulf.
Corley, his girlfriend, and their dog escaped the flames. They did not know the two people who died, but they had seen the child.
We see them walking the dog all the time. They're really, really good people. It's just such a tragedy that this happens, to such good people.
The majority of the damage has been limited to this building behind me. The ATF is among the agencies involved trying to find out what sparked this deadly blaze. We're live in Largo, Maryland. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Dave, thank you. Well, taking a live look outside right now, you are looking out in Arlington where you can see some clouds there, but I know today it was just so bright when I woke up this morning, Tosin. I almost needed sunglasses in my living room from all the sunlight shining in.
I will take it over precipitation. Honestly, let's send things over to meteorologist Damon Matson. Damon, one more day of niceness before things take quite a bit of a turn.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not so much the dry weather here. It's the fact that we just have not had humidity to deal with. That is what has made yesterday and today so spectacular. And look at this divide, though. We had to start out our Tuesday. There was quite a spread in temperatures. You were not quite as chilly if you were in the district over toward the shoreline of the Chesapeake Bay. Lows were only in the mid 60s to low 70s. But the minute you went west of I-95, you would need a jacket, as we had temperatures down in the upper 40s, low 50s in a few locations all the way out into the Allegheny front. The highest elevations got cold enough for some frost this morning. That is a rare sight to see in July, but ever since then, of course, it has warmed up with that sunshine plentiful in between the clouds. We boosted those temperatures up into the mid 80s today. 84 in the district, 86 right now in Leesburg and Frederick. That is slightly warmer than yesterday, but despite the rise in temperatures, we have not watched those humidity levels rise just yet. So we'll get one more comfortable evening here, folks, with a good amount of sunshine mixed with some of those clouds here. Temperatures will remain in the 80s until after the sun goes down, and then we'll start to cool off, though we're not expecting things to be as chilly tonight across the entire viewing area. It will just remain comfortable as we kick off the day Wednesday, but that humidity is about to return. How hot and humid should we expect it to be as we approach the 4th of July? We'll have a full look at that forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. And speaking of the 4th, on the move as we get closer to July 4th, Metro celebrating the holiday with free rides and extra fast service. Metro Rail and Bus will be free to ride after 5 p.m. until the system closes. Afternoon rush hour will also be ramped up. And that's not all. WMATA says look for stars and stripes on some trains and buses through the rest of the month. In Montgomery County, several businesses in downtown Silver Spring say construction of the Purple Line is hurting their operations. Businesses in the area tell our Christian Pena they don't know how much longer they can keep their doors open.
Many businesses in the area tell me the construction right behind me is making it nearly impossible for them to generate any sort of revenue. Not only that, but many employees in the area tell me this construction is making their commute drastically longer just to get to work. Opening his cash register with small profits on what would normally be a busy week is a complete shocker for small business owner Suman Shrestha.
This week, we used to work like 3 to 4 people all day long. Now, by myself, I have nothing to do. Just standing here hoping somebody will stop by.
Suman says business has been slow ever since the construction of the Purple Line kicked off in downtown Silver Spring.
It's very bad. I feel like I might be going out of business pretty soon.
His profits are down upwards of 50% as multiple construction projects, including the Spring Street Bridge, roll out in the area.
I cannot bring anybody here because it's not accessible to come anymore here. People who used to walk in 10 minutes, now they have to back and forth, spend like 15 to 20 minutes.
His shop is conveniently located blocks away from the Silver Spring Metro station, But because major construction has closed down the station, many people are having a hard time getting around, and it's hurting him badly.
Bills keeping piling up. Line of credit has got max this month.
Suman laid some of his staff off and is unsure as to how much longer his shop will remain open.
I have the 4 employees, 1 gone, so I have 3 left. I don't know how long I can keep them.
Now, the Silver Spring Metro Station is expected to open by the end of August this year, bringing some relief to many businesses in the area. Reporting in downtown Silver Spring, I'm Christian Pena, DC News Now.
All right, Christian, thank you. Time to talk some sports. One day after making his debut for the Washington Nationals, James Wood, along with several other players in the Nats system, have been named to future All-Star games later this month. Marielle.
Yeah, how about that? Well, sports director Derek Forrest joins us with the details. Hey, Derek.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, it's been a memorable 24 hours for one of the Nationals' top prospects, James Wood. He gets called up to make his major league debut Monday and didn't disappoint. In his first at-bat, Wood picked up his first major league hit. Now, Tuesday, he finds out he's representing the Nationals in the MLB Futures game. Joining him from the organization, Nats top prospect and outfielder Dylan Cruz, and Brady House was named an active selection for the game. As for Wood, we caught up with his mom, who spoke on his approach.
He learned young to really be true to himself and not try and be somebody else out there. When coach is telling him you have to be crazy and yell in the dugout, and he knows that's not him, he finds other ways to encourage his teammate. That has been something that's always been true about him. He's just really, he has an innate sense of who he is and what he has to bring to the table.
Now, catcher Samuel Basayo will represent the Baltimore Orioles at the Futures game, while we have a couple of players with local ties. Former Maryland standout and Cubs prospect Matt Shaw and former James Madison grad in Fairfax, Virginia, Bryce Eldridge will play on the National League team. Guys.
That's really